Hi. Many of us heard the phrase that one finds God in nature. Many people outside of the church have come to calling their experience in nature spiritual and the outdoors their church. 2020 saw record number flocking to the outdoors as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. We now see an increased number of people who practice religion in nature, while it is apparent many who identify openly with a religious worldview speaks about how they find God in the outdoors. Countless individuals outside the religious sphere find something else in their experience without making an explicit reference to some supernatural presence. What are they finding? I strongly believe that the answer is in contemplation. Thomas Merton said of contemplation, "It is a kind of spiritual vision that sees without seeing and knows without knowing. The human person is quite literally made for contemplation, able to perceive God's invisible nature, namely His eternal power and deity in the things that He have made. Yet, how few are actually able to perceive through the veil and touch that invisible nature." Still, the question remains, how do we find God in nature? And how do we perceive the veil and discover the supernatural? We need to receive the gift of contemplation in order to better dispose ourselves to experience the natural. For it is not me that finds God in nature, but in the natural world, God finds you. In order to be disposed ourselves to find God, I have reflected on 7 keys to be very helpful. 1. Plan ahead and prepare. Be prepared to receive the gift of whatever nature wants to give you that day. 2. Take your time. For most of us, this means slow down. Entering into the rhythm of the natural world helps you to more easily perceive the rhythm of the real world. 3. Listen to nothing, which is something. Spending time in silence is a highly underrated activity in a culture full of constant noise. Many times, we unknowingly bring that noise with us into the natural world through our conversation, through technology, and even in the way we move and walk. 4. Try not to take so many photos, like what I am doing now, but I am showing what I see to help you. Remember, your eyes are the best camera you can ever have. 5. Conversation with God. The creation and man within it are an expression of the glory of God. Understanding how that relationship works begins in God's revealed world. I know that this is not easy to understand, but just say a prayer in nature. God listens very carefully. 6. Plant something or just move something in nature like a rock, a piece of wood, etc. There's no experience, in my opinion, quite as powerful in learning to develop a relationship with the natural world as we take the time to really observe it. Bring your eyes very close. Use your imagination. 7. Write something down. If you keep a journal, take some time to record your thoughts. The way we capture words helps us to enter more deeply into communication with the natural world. 8. The natural world is our first way of knowing God, says Beth Norcross, an expert in spirituality and nature. Finding God in nature can reconnect people with faith and the biblical tradition, especially the growing percentage of younger people who are less attracted by the trapping of the institutional church. Finding God in nature is a meaningful way to connect with faith. It is a time for communities and faith leaders to rediscover how the natural world reveals the truths of the Christian faith. Follow me. I will show you what I see in a walk of 7 kilometers in silence. I will film, but it's all done in silence. This is not music playing in my ears. It's to make sure that my voice is recorded into this video. I will try to show you one of my spiritual experience in nature. But remember, we all have different experience with God. Hope this helped you. Try it. It really is a deep down experience with yourself and God. The steps are so easy but full of life and helps us to live a very personal experience. You will do it again and again and again. I wish you a great day.